Okay, Tira, this is how you make gravy. Here's my bacon. Here's my grease from my bacon. I don't know if you can see in there. I've got about 3 tablespoons of bacon grease. Then you keep all your little bacon bits and stuff in there. Make it all good and tasty. Over here I've got about a tablespoon of fresh cracked ground black pepper. About a teaspoon and a half full of fresh cracked salt, and about the same of some ground up garlic, just some garlic powder, because I like flavor. And this is just your regular old flour. Okay, so we're gonna take, and we've got this on about a medium heat. Now, it's gonna bubble up on you like that. We add all that just to where it soaks up all the grease. I put a little too much flour. Maybe not, let's see. Okay. Do that. Now it's soaked up all the grease. Okay. Now, I'm going to throw in all my seasonings. Go on in there, salt. Mix all that up in there with it. Right at the bottom of that pan, get them little bacon bits up, give it all that good flavor. Smell all that good seasonings. Don't take much because you got your bacon flavor in there too. It can be bacon grease, it can be sausage grease, ham grease. Well, ham don't really produce that grease. Pork really doesn't produce grease at all like that, but bacon does, and sausage, and that's pork. And of course, in the extra, see I had extra bacon grease here. I'm going to take and put a tight air fitting lid on, put it in the fridge. That way, if I want gravy one day for some liver and onions or some fried chicken and rice or something, I don't have to make bacon just to get it. You can always use real butter and some chicken stock or beef stock too. I'll have to teach you that one. Okay, now this is cooked almost 5 minutes. About 3.5. Doesn't take long. Then we're going to be adding, I usually use the red milk, but your dad doesn't drink this kind, so I'm going to cook with it. And I will probably throw in just a bit of this heavy whipping cream also to give it that flavor. Now you're just going to eyeball it. It's like anything, you just add a little at a time. So, got about that much in there. Got to stir all this in, mix it all in together. It's going to be separated at first. But you just keep on stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring. And as it cooks, it's going to get thicker. That's what the flour and the grease do. Now you see it's starting to thicken up a little bit already. Now it'll get real thick on you real quick if you're not careful. If you got your heat up too high, it's gonna get real thick real quick. Probably going somewhere. You ain't getting none of this, Buster. Okay, see, it's getting thicker. That little bit will actually make a lot of gravy. See how it's thickening up in there? Starting to get the boil on. So now, ooh, it's gonna get thick quick. Gotta add some more milk. A little goes a long way, honey. And then you just continue to stir. Now I'm gonna have to set my phone down for a second so that I can open up this heavy whipping cream just to give it a little flavor. Don't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying. Don't go nowhere. Just need more hands in the kitchen than I got. Okay, give it a little shake, shake, open her up. Now we're gonna pour just a little bit, look. Maybe 10 seconds, count to 10, slow pour. See that cream mixing in there? Make sure you're scraping your pan on the bottom because you don't want your gravy to burn down there, and it will because of the flour. Oh, my pan's spinning on me. Woohoo! Break dancing. Don't never worry, you can't really ever get it too thin because you can always add just a little bit of flour and make you a roux and pour back in it. For a roux, I would take some of this liquid out in a coffee cup on the side, add a little flavor, make kind of a thick paste, and then I would pour that back into this gravy and it would thicken it up. You can do that with soups, stews, all that. I don't know how much room I have on this phone here. So I'm just trying to get her done, get her done. Now I'll probably go back. When I get done, I'll taste it. See how my spices are, which I'm sure they're gonna be très magnifique. And, ooh, twist and shout. You see that pan? I don't know what's up with that. But we're thickening up. Stuff off the bottom. It's getting thick again. Now, once it cools all the way down, so you got leftover gravy in the morning or for your next meal and you want to reheat it, you're going to want to, it's going to get really thick when you put it in the fridge. You're going to want to add just a little bit of milk, stir it real good, and then put it in the microwave. And what I was saying, I will probably add a little fresh ground cracked black pepper on top because I loves my pepper. I'm not real big on the salt, so I'm sure that was probably enough. And as you see, it's starting to bubble. That's why you've constantly got to stir gravy. You can't leave it and be cooking something else because you fuck up your gravy real quick. Getting thick, thick, thick. And when you get to the point that you're done and you that's the thickness you want it, take it off the heat or it's going to continue to cook. Okay? So I like to take mine off when it's about like this because it's going to get thicker as it cools and I don't want paste. So I'm going to take it off of this burner, bring it over to here. Continue to stir just to get the last little bit mixed in. I'm not on any more heat on the counter. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to add a little cracked pepper on top. And there you have gravy. Poor man's gravy is what I was told it was called. And that is all it takes.